When I set up my area for watercolor, I want my paper in the center. Put your watercolors across the top. Let's go ahead and put them in Roy G. Biv order. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Then I have my brown and my black. I have a brush on the side. I like to have a thicker brush and a thinner brush and some paper towel, a half sheet of paper towel to blot with, and just a little bit of water in here. I don't have to fill the whole cup. You load the brush with water by dipping the brush into here, and now it is full of water. I'm going to drip a little bit of water to here. This is my blue. And so I have a little puddle of water. I can mix that water around a little bit. And I can go ahead and work into my areas. Now, if I want my color this light, I can just keep pulling my color across and add more water to my brush. Oop. And just keep pulling the color across. If I wanted my color darker, I wouldn't add more water in. In fact, I'd probably blot off some of my water. Go back to the color, pull color out. You're going to see how much darker it is. And by working back into this without adding any water to it, I can pull darker and darker color across. Do not scrub into the paint. This is the paintbrush, not a scrub brush. Oops. And the same goes for how I'm using it on my paper. Can you see how I'm pulling and pushing the color? I go right up to my edge. If I start getting dry and I'm just going into here and then scrubbing onto here, it makes it a lot harder on myself. I'm going to put a little bit of water into my brush and I'm pulling the color across. I'm not scrubbing the color onto the paper. Oops. I want to make a border here, so I guess I'm going to go over farther because I screwed up. So always make your borders before you get to the edge. And what I mean by that is, let me put a little bit of water here. When I start here, I'm going to do this border and this. And work out from the borders. And that's basically how you watercolor. If I was moving to yellow paint now, I'd want to make sure that my brush is really clean. Dab it all off. Get a little more water again. And now I can load the brush and go into something like yellow. You might want to start with your lighter colors first, or you might also want to go and rinse that water out and get a little bit more of another water. Even with the lighter color, I'm going to do my edge first. And then work over from there. The reason I passed out watercolor paper, you can see this copy paper isn't holding up very well with the water. So the watercolor paper is really what we want to use.